and gentlemen, your following bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the amateur lightweight division. Introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Frota Combat Team para Portugal, presenting Breno Berlinck. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing ZKJ, presenting Louis Pauley.
Undoubtedly the biggest pop of the night for Louis Pauley, representing ZKJ. International flair to this matchup. Breno Berlinck from Frota Combat Team out of Portugal. Pauley wasting absolutely no time with the shots, coming off a huge win at Cage Gladiator 1 over Sean McDermott via first round rear naked choke. Getting in on a takedown. Needs to get those hands a little bit lower underneath the backside.
Yeah, just taking his time here. First round, don't want to
belter of a walkout tune, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, Deadpool vibes from Lewis. It was a good choice. Been some questionable walkout tunes, but that one was definitely top tier.
We did have Neo at one stage
I was
earlier.
going to say Neo was definitely a left field one. I wouldn't really associate him with violence and his wee fedora, but hey, whatever gets you pumped.
50-50 position for both men. Breno pressuring Lewis against the cage, but Lewis so heavily muscled, getting out of that position, trading.
Breno's corner shouting instructions at him, probably looking for him to turn around or create some space here and not let Lewis dominate this first part of the fight.
One half of our main event. Paulo Barbosa is in the corner of Breno. These are big shots from Pauley. Boy, just taking his time. I'd like to see him dig in for the underhook here on his right side.
Yeah.
If he digs in for the underhook on the right side, he's going to have full control. Or just separate and strike.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he wobbled him!
Oh, he has a little bit.
And right now, it's incumbent upon Pauley to separate and strike. Oh, was that knee to the head?
Do you think? I'm not too sure. It could have been.
It looked cheeky.
Breno.
Again, as this is unified amateur MMA, knees to the head are not prohibited. Oh, big shots from Pauley.
Oh, wow.
Breno doing the right thing, though, trying to close that distance and get himself a reprieve, but in doing so invites the takedown from Pauley.
Yeah, finally, Lewis gets what he was looking for the first 2 minutes there. He gets the takedown. What can he do with it? That is the big question.
Breno just pretty much just hanging on.
I think so, yeah. I think Breno kind of just needs to write this round off a little bit and come out in the second.
I think he's trying to shake off the cobwebs of one of those big shots from Pauley.
A little bit, yeah, you could be right. And Pauley now landing a few more.
Big knees. I want to see him get entirely out of this clinch position. I think he's the superior striker.
You think Breno is?
No, I think Pauley is.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I want to see him disengage and land big shots.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would say his corner will advise him to do that.
There it is.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful sprawl from Pauley.
Yep. Breno with a bit of an urgency takedown there, just trying to stop the strikes coming through.
But hey, through tenacity, he manages to get it.
Yeah, he has. Dug deep and...
How did he give up the back?
Wow, yeah. There he goes, he ends up on top. But of course, the fight tells a completely different story as opposed to the last 5 seconds there.
Yep.
I mean, pretty dominant from Lewis, Phil, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. And again, if I'm in the corner of Lewis Pauley, I'm telling him, like very much like the Ben Houston fight, we don't need to spend time in the clinch. And the clinch is essentially a position where it looks like nothing's happening, but it is the most draining aspect of MMA. So why would you put yourself in that position, depleting yourself of energy, when you can keep it at boxing range and land big shots?
Now, Breno here getting his coach to sort of stretch the leg out a little bit. I don't know if he's maybe misstepped on it or there's something wrong. But
those continental Europeans. What are they at?
Those pesky devils and their dirty tactics of stretching. How dare they?
How very dare they?
But yeah, I know it'd be interesting to see what Danny has told Lewis here in the corner and what strategy comes out in the second round. Does he engage more in the clinch again like he was doing the first round? Or does he just go and wing some punches, which I think he should do? Just for my entertainment. I don't even care about strategy.
I just like to see just nice, clean, straight shots down the middle.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
they were landing. There wasn't much head movement from Breno. You're right. Let's see. Oh, I can hear a millbag in the corner. That's cool.
I was laughing. Here she was. Here, please, me.
I was in our down, right? Yeah, here we go. Oh, big winged punch from Breno.
Now, what's happening is Breno's winging the shots. The clinical, straight down the shots will land quicker. That's what we're talking about.
Straight down the middle. That's all he needs. Breno is not moving out of the way of those.
You know, that's the difference in the striking. Breno's trying to land that big looping shot.
Yeah.
But because of the trajectory of the looping shot, a straight shot's going to land quicker.
Absolutely. It is fundamentals at that point, Phil. We're looking at Lewis here again.
Fundamentals win fights.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Yep. As Lewis is demonstrating this right now.
Split base here from Breno. Doing the right thing, trying to make himself difficult to take down. But you get the feeling that if Pauley can just use a little bit of bounce off the cage to pop him off.
Yep.
Hands not too far away from
now hold on.
Ninja choke from Breno. Can he pull a rabbit out of a hat?
He has sneakily just brought that in.
Now, the only thing is now the fact that Lewis is in side control and progressing the mount makes it so much more difficult.
tell you what.
That was cheeky.
That could have been bad there for a second. Now,
And right now,
can Breno survive this onslaught? I'm not too sure,
don't
Phil.
think so.
I think we might see.
Pretty much half a round to get the work in. I think we're going to see the finish.
I think so too.
Aaron Wallace taking a long, hard look at it.
Breno's really got to show something here.
This is not intelligent defense.
No, I don't think Lewis isn't really giving him anywhere to go either. He's in the middle of the cage. He's maintaining top control, and he's just firing down punches.
Very, very smart here from Lewis. He doesn't need to be throwing these at 100% clip or he'll gas himself out.
That's
just
true.
consistent.
That's true. Yeah, tell you what, he's punishing him for that submission attempt anyway. Won't be doing that again.
I very dare you, sir. trying to work for a rear naked choke, perhaps.
Yep. Just trying to open it up.
Switches to the body triangle for more control.
Oh,
this
I
is
think-
lovely. Bicep squeeze
Nice.
from Pauley.
Oh, and he readjusts here. He doesn't quite have.
He's not quite under the chin. It's more of a face bar, which, if you have enough of a squeeze, can break a jaw.
Yep, absolutely.
A la Khabib on Conor McGregor.
Yep, but he switches back to some strikes again now, just trying to reopen it up.
And if he can flatten them out in this position and just land strikes.
Yep. That's all he needs to do. Will Breno see the end of this round? That is the question.
I think with 30 seconds left, barring a submission, I don't think the strikes are going to be enough to elicit the finish from Big Aaron.
Yeah, and respect to Breno for hanging in there, because there was definitely a few moments where it got very ropey.
Again, just trying to soften up his opponent with shots.
Lewis looking for the submission again, but
Breno doing a good job of keeping the chin tucked.
yeah, he is. Yeah.
But-
Wow. Okay.
One thing you cannot call into question is the toughness of Breno.
Absolutely not.
You know?
I mean, even from the first round here, if you'll see, he wings the punch. Like let me just see this replay here. Like he's going for it.
Yeah. But the thing is, if these shots from Pauley are coming at that cleaner angle, they're going to land. And not
Yeah.
only that, but you know, you have to respect kind of the tenacity of Breno. But he's not landing with these shots.
No,
And
he's not.
when you throw shots at an intended target and you don't hit that target, it does drain you of energy. As you know.
Here, you know. No, I don't know, Phil, because when I throw to land. I never throw to miss. Get a look at the two corners here. Obviously, Danny Core giving some advice here to Lewis, firing him up. Not that he needs it anymore. He's already pretty fired up 2 rounds in. If anyone needs fired up, it's Breno right now. I mean, he's got to really come out this 3rd round, and I don't know what he can do to get Lewis's respect.
I think Lewis just needs to stay very, very, very switched on and think about those straight shots right down the middle. Because you know that Breno's going to come in with the winging shots, pop those straight shots out first.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Oh, wow. Takedown, potential back take here for Breno.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, maybe Breno's corner told him, hey, you had a submission attempt in that last round. There is, you're doing better jiu-jitsu, and you're doing better if you're grappling than you are in your striking. Let's get it there. Oh, wow.
Can't quite see where he was if he was underneath the chin, but
he just missed. But yeah, not interesting, Phil. This is the first time we've seen Breno actually mount some offense.
Yeah, it really is.
And get Lewis's respect, which he needed to do earlier in the fight.
Yeah, this is the first time he's posed a viable threat to Lewis.
Yeah. Danny Core in the corner there shouting instructions at Lewis.
Lewis needs to... Oh, that looks deep.
This could be bad for Lewis, Phil.
No way.
This could be bad.
Oh, I think he's out just about.
And Breno readjusts both men.
So Lewis needs to go 2-on-1 on the wrist, not off the choking hand.
Yes.
And try and swing that over his head.
Breno
But
goes again.
It's more so on the jawline than it is underneath the chin.
Yep, Lewis keeping that chin tucked in.
This is undoubtedly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But Pauley's the kind of guy that can stay in.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get under that chin. Pauley trying to push the arm up and create some space.
Gives a thumbs up to Aaron Wallace. Pauley could be playing possum here.
Maybe.
Let the opponent gas the arms out.
Yeah, that's true.
Midway point of the 3rd and final rounds.
Better round for Breno here.
Undoubtedly, yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to fight the hands here. Trying to keep everything nice and compact in the middle. Head-on triangle attempt. There's the switch.
I was going to say, there looked to be an explosion coming there from Lewis, and he gets it, ends up on top again.
In the full mount position right now. And
you have 45 seconds, Lewis, you know, let's
why not
get to work.
Empty the tank.
Empty the tank, throw the strikes. This is what you train for.
Just up that frequency. Because look, he's a prone target at the minute.
This is what you need.
Oh.
Again, just keep. I would have liked to have seen him just finish
continue
the fight
with the strikes. Yeah. He was in prime position just to continue with the shots, but again, he maybe saw something we didn't see in there.
Potentially, Breno's in survival mode here. He's
Correct.
just trying to hang on as much as he can. And respect to Breno, because he has took some hard shots here in this last round.
Big shots just to kind of punctuate the fight.
Yeah, there we go. And that'll do it, I think. Lewis from ZKJ with, I would say, a pretty solidified win. Both opponents hugging on the ground here. Respect shown between both of them right now. Danny Core helping up Breno. And Lewis there. Happy man. Big smile on his face. Egging on the crowd. Being the showman that he is. Big hug there to his coach, Danny. And now both teams meet to show respect. Very exciting fight, very technical. Great work from Lewis. He'll take a lot from that, moving on his career. Breno in the third round, and he had a submission attempt in the second that was, you know, looked sneaky. Looked like he could have had him for a second or two in the third round as well with the rear naked choke, but Lewis just doing enough to get the job done. More than enough to get the job done, I should say. He will sleep tonight. Let's pass it over to our boy Phil.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to your judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored the bout 30-27 in favor of your winner. Fighting out of the red corner, Lewis Pauley!
Lewis Pauley with the win, improves his record and moves on in his...